I do want to remind you of something. Right now, Elon Musk is getting tagged with the whole responsibility of what Doge is doing, gutting the government, mass layoffs of federal workers, and just general chaos. But there's only one reason that there is Elon Musk doing any of those things. It is because Donald Trump wants him there. The president knows that a lot of what Doge is doing is wildly unpopular with the public, and he knows many enemies that they are making. Musk is facing protests at Tesla dealerships. Starlink contracts are being canceled. But I want to be clear that there is only one person who truly owns this. And that person is Donald John Trump. He's the president, and he's ultimately responsible for whatever he allows Elon Musk to do with our government. Remember that.
I'm a White House tour guide, and I saw how Elon Musk got his black eye. Stephen Miller gave it to him because of the relationship between Miller's wife and Elon Musk. Here is everything I have witnessed. So Katie Miller and Elon Musk got close the day of the inauguration. Elon looked like he was under the influence, and it turns out he was having some bladder issues that day. Because of his bladder problems, Katie started knitting Elon diapers, specifically with the phrase, "Your struggle is my struggle." And we know the German artist who wrote a book by that title. Stephen started to notice the chemistry when he was not getting his favorite snack delivered to him by his wife. Dry oatmeal, combined with the fact that Katie was refusing to sunscreen his head and was going to do a lot more tanning, showed Stephen that something was afoot. So Stephen stopped Elon in the hallway and challenged him to a duel. Elon asked what rules, and Stephen Miller said 18th century sabers. Elon said those rules are lame, I want to do lightsabers. Miller said no, he needs 3 months to make the sabers. Elon said, well, I'm not ready to fight because we need lightsabers and I only have a blue one and I want a red one, so we're going to have to push 3 years. Then Katie weighed in and she recommended 17th century pew-pews. Both men then proceeded to mansplain to her for 6 hours why her idea was horrible. Eventually, Musk blurted out that Katie Miller was going to be moving to Starbase. Miller tried to make his move by giving Elon the Vulcan grip. Musk tried to act like a Jedi, but he ended up looking like Star Wars kid. Then I just witnessed Stephen Miller go like this. And that's how I got a black eye. This is just satire, but if you want to see me take down losers like this live on stage, definitely check out the link in my bio. I'm doing a stand-up show in Chicago for a pretty great cause.
Well, it's a very sad case. It's a case we win. We can't lose that case because we have the right to make grants. We're not going to make any grants like that. But I don't think Harvard's been acting very nicely. I think Columbia wants to get to the bottom of the problem. They've acted very well. And there are other institutions, too, that are acting, but Harvard's trying to be a big shot. And all that happened.
So that was Elon Musk at Donald Trump's press conference today, and he just looks unwell. Like, it looks like he's on something during this video. And the timing of this couldn't be more interesting because there was just this major expose in the New York Times today talking about Elon Musk's substance use. This paragraph in particular is especially damning and shows you how often he was using substances. I mean, he carried a medication box with 20 pills a day. It seems like perhaps some of this might be taking place right there, but again, not a doctor, not an expert here. It just looks like something is off. I think anybody can tell that. So if you're a doctor, let me know what you think in the comments, but this is not normal. As a reminder, I post on YouTube, Instagram, Substack, and more. The link is in my bio. Check it out. It would mean a lot.
In a new investigative piece released by Wall Street Journal looking into the relationship between Trump and Musk, it has been reported that Trump lost faith in Elon Musk and is now currently asking his peers, was Doge, was Elon Musk, and was this all worth it? Elon Musk has officially stepped down from his role in Donald Trump's administration, bringing an end to one of politics' most unconventional partnerships. Don't forget, he spent nearly $300 million in political spending to help get Trump elected. Musk was granted a sweeping authority to slash federal bureaucracy and reshape government operations. However, behind the scenes, it appears their relationship was riddled with mistrust and miscommunication. Trump is quoted saying, was it all expressing doubts over Musk's pledge to slash $1 trillion in government spending. We know it was promised at $1 trillion, then they valued it at a couple of $100 billion, but the reality, the number is only $9 billion, quote unquote. Musk was a frequent presence at the White House. The two held long informal dinner with Tesla's CEO, sometimes confusing Trump with his eccentric humor, according to White House officials. But as Musk began cutting foreign aid, trimming agencies, and downsizing the federal workforce, tensions with Trump's inner circle escalated. Musk bypassed top aides, made unilateral decisions, and kept his plans secret, even from the president's chief of staff, Susie Wiles. In addition, Trump's advisors were often blindsided by Doge's actions, learning about layoffs or data requests through news reports, according to White House aides. Internal clashes only intensified, promoting Trump to ask Wiles to play a more hands-on role in managing Musk.
So Elon is stepping down from his role in the government. And I think part of the reason is because he couldn't get the SpaceX contracts he wanted. But also, Elon is not like the rest of MAGA. Whenever the Trump administration is facing criticism, they always do the same thing. They double down and they attack. Every time. They will never apologize. Elon, on the other hand, he gets defensive. He gets upset. Like when Tim Walz made fun of him, he almost cried and said that Tim Walz was a creep and a jerk. Like when Tim Walz made fun of him, he called him a creep and a jerk, and he looked like he was about to cry. And when he does try to act like them, he takes it a little bit too far. Like his little Nazi salute he did at the inauguration. And Elon can't handle people hating him. He has a very thin skin.
We have some news right now. Elon Musk just had one of the worst 24 hours in recent memory. Yesterday, we learned that Tesla sales have plummeted across Europe from about 14,000 cars sold in 2024 in the month of April to just about 7,000 cars sold in 2025 in that same time period, despite the fact that electric vehicle sales overall are still on the rise. Then overnight, a SpaceX rocket launch failed once again. This was the 9th launch. It did go farther than some of the others, but it still was not a successful launch. Then we learned that Elon Musk has come out and publicly broke against Donald Trump when it comes to the big, beautiful bill, saying that the Trump administration's budget bill undermines the progress of Doge, seemingly suggesting that Elon Musk is on the outside looking in at this point when it comes to the Trump administration and what he is doing. Twitter has also had major issues. Tesla's stock has not completely rebounded just yet. So Musk is now shifting focus. Spread the word and follow along for all the news you need to know about.
Elon Musk will face a lawsuit over his work at Doge. More than a dozen Democratic state attorneys general brought the case, saying Musk wielded illegal power in orchestrating President Trump's cuts in federal government jobs and spending. The judge said the administration adopted a perverse reading of the Constitution with the Doge effort.
I feel like Elon taking a step away from Doge to take care of his day job, which is Tesla, which dropped by 71%. I think that it tells us two things, right? It tells us, number one, you do need to stick to your day job. All right. This ain't for you. But number two, we didn't even have somebody that made such critical movements in the government. We didn't even have a dedicated person to do that job. This man was really part-time in it. Like this was a gig. This was a side quest, playing with people's lives, playing with people's money. You know what I'm saying? Their livelihood at stake. This man said, all right, I got some other stuff to do. Something important came up, so I gotta go. And now we left with these 20-year-olds that don't know nothing about nothing running the Department of Government Efficiency. What the hell is going on in this nation? And it's insulting to the American people because you vote people in, you pay them a bunch of money, and you hope that they're dedicated to the cause of actually making life better for everybody in this nation. But you got to remember, there's a level of detachment he has to have because he was not born here. Some of this really is not his fight. He does not see America the way we see America. He sees America as workspace. All right. This is office space. This is where he gets his money. He's not trying to have fun here. He's not trying to build it up to be the best that it can possibly be. He's trying to turn a profit. And at the end of the day, that's what he fell back on by going back to Tesla. We need to elect people that actually care about this nation, not these folks that's just chasing a dollar.
Elon Musk isn't stepping down. That is a narrative that the left is trying to push. The truth is, he is merely finished with his job. He was hired by President Trump for roughly 130 days. Those days are up and his job is complete. He will still be supporting President Trump and his administration. Elon Musk loves our country. And he just did an interview last night where he was talking about if America falls, the entire world falls. When reporting on this, the left is narrating it like he is stepping down. He just couldn't do the job anymore, when that is absolutely not true. He has completed the job President Trump put him in charge of completing. I'm very proud of the Trump administration. I think Doge has done a wonderful job. Elon did an interview last night where he was talking about America falling and how if that should ever happen, the entire world falls. But no, he's not stepping down. He completed his task. You all have a wonderful day. God bless each and every one of you. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
So get this, Elon Musk is now claiming one of the reasons he's leaving politics is because Donald Trump and the Republicans have messed up the economy so badly that he needs to boost GDP. It's just remarkable. This person said, given the disastrous GOP bill, the only chance the US has is explosive GDP growth. If that doesn't happen in the next 2 to 3 years, we are cooked. Please pass term limits in Congress. A person followed up and saying, I wonder if this is why Elon has somewhat moved away from politics in order to accelerate GDP growth with humanoid robots. If he believes this is the only solution, then this would be his most logical choice. And Elon Musk responded with a bullseye, indicating that this is his motivation, this is why he's doing it, this is why he's getting out of politics. So if we're just following the line of responses here, Musk believes that the bill is so bad that he needs to boost GDP growth in the economy because Trump and the Republicans have messed it up so much. Seems like there's some major rift between the Trump administration and Elon Musk. You know, somebody that's supportive of the Trump administration and everything they're doing with the big, beautiful bill certainly wouldn't be responding this way to criticisms like this. So I don't know, maybe the breakup between Elon Musk and Trump that we've been anticipating is finally here. As a reminder, I post on YouTube, Instagram, Substack, and more. The link is in my bio. Check it out. It would mean a lot.
Elon Musk will face a lawsuit over his work at Doge. More than a dozen Democratic state attorneys general brought the case, saying Musk wielded illegal power in orchestrating President Trump's cuts in federal government jobs and spending. The judge said the administration adopted a perverse reading of the Constitution with the Doge effort.
Mr. President, Elon Musk in a television interview criticized the one big, beautiful bill.
Disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, like, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
What's your reaction to that?
Well, the reaction's a lot of things. Number one, we have to get a lot of votes. We can't be cutting. We need to get a lot of support, and we have a lot of support. We had to get it through the House. The House was, we have no Democrats. If it's up to the Democrats, they'll take the 65% increase. If that doesn't get approved, this country is going to have a 65% increase in taxes and lots of other problems, big problems, almost bigger than that. But we'll have a 65% increase as opposed to the largest tax cut in the history of our country. We will be negotiating that bill, and I'm not happy about certain aspects of it, but I'm thrilled by other aspects of it. That's the way they go. It's very big. It's the big, beautiful bill, but the beautiful is because of all of the things we have. The biggest thing being, I would say, the level of tax cutting that we're going to be doing. We're going to make people really be able to. We'll have the lowest tax rate we've ever had in the history of our country, and tremendous amounts of benefit are going to the middle-income people of our country, low and middle-income people of our country. So we're going to see what happens, because the Senate, as you know, is negotiating with us, and they have to then go back to the House, and it's got a way to go. But I have to say, Speaker Johnson and Thune have done an incredible job. John Thune has done a fantastic job, and they're working together with me and others. And I think we have an amazing, if we pull this off, remember, we have 0 Democrat votes because they're bad people. There's something wrong with them. They'll let people pour into our country. Single biggest problem is we had 21 million people pour into our country, probably higher than that. And they're people that weren't supposed to be here. And many of those people are bad. Murderers, drug dealers, the mentally insane, They were closing mental institutions all over the world, not South America, all over the world. They're coming into our country, and we're getting them out. And we're having a hard time because some judges aren't making it very easy for us, and it's tough enough. They approved that. They allowed that to happen to our country. We don't have one Democrat vote. And if I were a Democrat, I'd be voting for this bill, and I'd get elected to any position I want as a Democrat. They're crazy. They're voting for a 65% tax increase. And they're only doing it for hatred. They're not doing it for any reason. They know it's terrible. Terrible politics, in my opinion. But so we have no Democrat votes. That means we have to get almost all Republican votes. And I think we're very close to doing that. I think it'll be very successful. Yeah, please.
Elon Musk is now hammering Donald Trump for what he says is undermining his Doge team and treating them like whipping boys. Whipping boys! That is a quote. Elon Musk went on the attack against Donald Trump's new spending bill. You know, Trump's big beautiful one that could add $3.8 trillion to the deficit. Well, Musk, he doesn't think it's so beautiful.
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
Translation, I did all the cutting. I slashed entire departments. My brand, my reputation got crushed. Look what happened to my stock. And now this bill deletes all of it. And there was even more breaking with Trump.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful. But I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
His personal opinion, for the first time in a long time, is not Trump's. I mean, there is some serious beef here because I want you to remember the first 100 days. Elon Musk was everywhere. It seemed like he was sleeping under Donald Trump's desk. Every cabinet meeting, every trip that Donald Trump was on, Musk was standing right next to him. It was like he was the boss of the cabinet members. And suddenly that's gone. And now he's even saying maybe he did spend too much time on politics. He's unhappy with how everything has turned out. But I would just say one thing. Is he totally unhappy? I think back to all the investigations, all the lawsuits Elon Musk and his companies were facing, and they seem to have disappeared. So while a lot of value in his stock has disappeared, a lot of what he said Doge was going to do has disappeared, and maybe this bill is going to blow all of it up. But Elon Musk had a lot of headaches a few months ago, and they disappeared too.
Thank you for watching Great Minds Blacks.